Okay, getting me my ducks in order with all this lot. The old inverter. So I come out of the inverter with a plug. Right, I've got no choice. Right, I come out of the inverter and I go into, and it goes into source B. Right, then underneath, the cables underneath, these brown ones here, and that is the load. Right, so the brown comes out, goes up the top, goes into the top of the fuse, and out of the fuse comes a few cables. One's a lights cable, one's a sockets cable, and the other one else is a sockets cable, and they go on their merry way. Right, now I thought to myself, right, I want to check if I've got live and neutral the right way around, because what it is, here they use these plugs without an earth, and you can put them in either way around. Right, so I temporarily put the earth stake. I haven't got a drill bit long enough to go through all the concrete, but I dropped it in, and yeah, it's getting an earth. So you think, okay then, now that socket at the top, right, that is mains power, right, and it just comes up and just stick it into the top of here. It's called source B, and you have these little sensing wires that go over just to tell why they can't do it themselves internally. I do not know, but they send them over. It won't work without them, so it just senses that you've got source A and source B, and you bring on these LEDs. If you haven't got an LED, it won't. If you haven't got an LED in place, it won't swap over to the alternate, right? And source A is always your city power, but if you wanted it, you could put source A from your inverter if you had enough batteries, and if ever your battery pack died, it would click over to source B, but that could be your city power. That means you can do that. You wouldn't know the difference. It's up to you. So what I want to know about the earth. So what I'll do, onto a connector block, up my 0, and I've got my live. Right, so I go up and I go onto source A, city power, and I go onto the brown, bang, 220 volts. Right, so I think, okay, go on to neutral, nothing. Okay, right, brilliant. So we've got that. Then we go onto the inverter power, the backup. Nothing. I'm off it. Go onto it. 3 volts. Go on to same on the neutral. So it doesn't tell you. It gives you a list of things here, right? But one thing it doesn't say is earth the box, right? Earth the inverter. Says do not connect direct with 230 power. Do not connect direct with 230 volt power socket. I think what they're saying is don't put 230 volt power into that. Don't join this onto other 230 volt power and backfeed it. It says do not reverse the battery connections. Do not yeah, don't do water and be old enough. Right, this is good quality stuff, I'll tell you that now. Right, but on the side here, right, I can tell you now, right, let me just move that out of the way. There is nowhere, right, where it says there's an earth connection. Everything is, there's four pins for the fans, 4 screws at each corner, and just a positive and a negative. You know, lop and buak in Thai. Lop is negative and positive is buak. You mean? No earth, nothing telling you to earth it. How can you earth your installation? Now, maybe you don't bother earthing your installation. All you worry about is that as long as one of the lives from this can go down to an earth, you don't have to earth the box. But, you know, you can't. It's a little bit strange, isn't it? So, get back to us.